Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue Crew, I'm Maura, and welcome to another video walkthrough of the Nancy Drew game series. Today I'm playing Labyrinth of Lies, the 31st game in the series, and it takes place in Greece. Nancy is once again traveling to Europe to solve a mystery. So I'm going to click on New Game, and of course I'm going with Amateur Sleuth, and once I click on it,
I've made it to the museum.
it instantly begins with Nancy talking to the Hardy Boys outside of her destination, the Phidias Cultural Center, a museum in Greece.
It's too soon to tell.
Melina Rossi is the museum's curator and the person who hired Nancy.
Greek antiquities, and apparently the museum has been losing staff.
Because the museum is losing staff.
Make sure you stand in the middle there.
For unknown reasons.
Everything at the museum.
That's why she's here.
In the meantime, we'll contact the network. Call us if you need anything.
Oh, I
I
will.
will.
Especially...
What the?
What was that?
I gotta go. Hello?
What the heck?
Be quiet!
Leave her alone. It's rehearsal.
Oh, it's just a rehearsal.
But we'll take the compliment.
Alright, this is Xenia and this is Thanos. They were rehearsing a
I'm so
play.
sorry to interrupt your rehearsal.
That was a very convincing rehearsal.
Sorry I scared you like that. I thought we were alone. You were very convincing. I'm Nancy, by the way. I'm Xenia. Nice to meet you. I'm here to help Melina with the museum. Perfect. I'm pretty busy. Hopefully we'll get to know each other. What's your play about? Oh, you'll like it. It's got kidnapping, extortion, death, trickery, getting cast down into Hades with no hope of escape. The usual boy meets girl in ancient Greece story. Sounds exciting. I hope so. We're performing the story of Persephone to open the new exhibit. Persephone? Refresh my memory. She's the daughter of Demeter, goddess of the harvest. But even Demeter can't keep her daughter safe. Hades kidnaps Persephone. You saw that part.
Oh, then she must be playing Persephone and Thanos is playing Hades.
What you seen back then seemed pretty rough. That it was. Honestly, the material's a little difficult to work with. I feel like I know her. The more we rehearse, the more I want the story to have a happier ending. You play Persephone, I presume? I do. I'm also directing the show. That's great. I hope I get a chance to see it. I just hope it's worth seeing. We're doing our best, but can you keep a secret? I'm out of my depth here. None of the rest of them can know, but I am deep, deep in the woods. I know that feeling. But I think you can accomplish a lot by just acting like someone who knows what's happening. I have to. I put myself out there. I said, I can do this. So now I have to show up and be the boss, and I have to yell, and even though my voice sounds like shaking paper in my head and my insides feel like snapping twigs, none of them can know that. I just needed to say it. I bet you'll do just fine. Really? What makes you think so? I don't know. It just seemed like a supportive thing to say. You're nice. Hey, you seem pretty together, but can I give you some advice? Sure. Be careful around the boys, especially Thanos. Why? He's a bit intense.
Well, he certainly seemed very in character there in that rehearsal.
Bye-bye. Talk to you later.
Okay, this is the amphitheater. It's a short walk from the museum. Before I go to the museum, I want to look around here. Oh, look, a phone charm. On the stage and backstage even. Oh, here we have Grigor, another cast member, and he's playing Hermes.
Hermes, god of charisma and handsomeness. But the mortals call me Grigor.
Nice to meet you.
The same. What's your role?
I guess I'm playing the part of the museum assistant.
Then why don't we become friends?
I'm open to that.
More than friends.
Less open to that.
Boyfriend at home?
Yeah.
Oh, good. That doesn't affect the average.
What's your role in the production?
Too many things.
Is that usual?
Yes, but things are a little more intense this time.
Because there are so few of you?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you have a larger support crew?
Generally we do. But because the background checks were really extensive, we didn't have time to worry about anyone other than ourselves. To answer your question, I work the lights and the stage cues. I make sure we've got the right scripts, Then I do my best to keep us from killing each other.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, I want to look at Grigor's tablet here. There are two sections, personal notes and stage notes, and unfortunately, personal notes is locked and needs a password.
Definitely need to figure out what to do here before I try anything.
I'll have to come back to that after I figure out what it is. Anytime there are updates on the tablet in either section, it's in red, so the red needs to be red. And it's important to periodically check on the tablet in both sections, even after personal notes is accessed, because updates that you read will contain information that leads to doing puzzles, or leads to puzzles or something that Nancy needs to check out. I want to look down here, which is the hydraulics room. Oh, something about Greek mythology. Chapter is circled on Tartarus and the underworld. Souls pay an obelisk coin to get Charon the ferryman land passage on the river Acheron. The gate to the underworld is guarded by Cerberus, the three-headed dog. Souls are judged by Rhadamanthus, Minos, and Akos. They either go to Elysium for those who lead exemplary life, or to Tartarus to atone for their sins. So, Elysium is equivalent to heaven, it sounds like, and Tartarus is equivalent to hell. I'll just take this book with me and look at this locker, which is locked, needs a number combination. And we'll look at this.
It'll kill you.
This is the fly
What
system.
exactly am I staying away from?
That's the fly system. It controls the scenery and the curtains, and it'll kill you.
I'll be careful then.
All right, now he's gone, so I'm going to fiddle with the fly system. Haha.
What was that? Can you pretend, just for a day, that we're a professional troupe? Just for me. Surprise! There's no one back here. We go live in mere hours.
Hours? You mean the play is tonight? Wow.
What is riding on tonight's show? Everything.
I'd imagine. All right, that was merely a distraction tactic, and so now I'm gonna look inside her tent and on her table. These look like cast cards. That's Thanos playing Hades, of course. Xenia as Persephone. This is Niobe playing Dieter, and of course Grigor as Hermes. Right here is a copy of the director's copy of the play Persephone in Winter, and on here are extra little notes that Xenia scribbled on here, including the combination to the locker in the hydraulics room, which contains the remote control for the hydraulic lift, which is on the stage. So I'm going to get that. Balance fly system weight values. That'll be for fixing the fly system. This is the clue to unlocking the personal notes section for the password. First, last, repeat. I'll explain what that means when I look at the tablet again. And what else is on here are light cues, but those won't be needed until much later in the game. I want to look at this tablet, and
I should assemble the image.
yes, that's what I need to do. Assemble the image, and there are 6 other images here to unlock, but it's only this one that you need to do. Doing one unlocks the others one by one. If you do all 7, you get an award, but I'm only going to do this. I am not going to waste my time doing many more. And when you choose the correct piece, you can't move the piece then, and it's you hear like a locking sound. Okay, if you put a piece in the wrong place, the sound it makes is as loud. And you can, of course, move it again. But when you have it in the right place, it makes that locking sound. That's more noticeable because it's obviously telling you you got it right.
The National Archaeological Museum of Athens. Sounds very official.
Yes, it does. And before I do anything else, like going to the museum, I want to unlock the tablet with the password.
The password according to
All
the
right,
notes.
so that clue said first, last, repeat. What it means is that you're taking the first letter of the first word here and then the last letter of the second word and then repeat that process. So you're working with pairs of words, really. First, last, and then repeat. So doing that will spell out the password. And it looks like it's paleontology. So remember, periodically check the tablet, both parts, but especially Grigger's now that you've unlocked it, or I've unlocked it. Plutus casting sheet, even if they rip the red stitching in my bag. Ooh, is that something for me to look at, perhaps? Now I want to get the remote control for the lift out of the locker here. Here it is.
This must be the control to the lift.
And I want to see where it takes me.
This must be the spot to activate the lift.
Yes, the lift is right here on the stage, and in order for the remote to work, you need to be standing directly on top of it to go up or down. Well, down when you're on the stage here. You cannot, if you try to hold it up when you're over here, it's not going to work. You have to be standing directly on top of it. If you use the lift multiple times, you get an award. Thanos.
Who would dare to enter my kingdom?
Okay, I think he's a little too into the role now, if you ask me.
Call it what you will.
Why?
The more you know, the less you fear.
And you want me to be afraid?
I want to tend to my words and nothing more.
I'm not easily intimidated, you know.
Don't care.
Okay, he's gone. Let me look at this.
What this means. It looks like
Some kind of plaque with...
something larger.
These look like pieces of letters. Could this be the Greek alphabet? Well, that must mean there are more of these.
I should find supplies to make a rubbing of the image.
Yes, that's what I need to do. Make a rubbing of this image. I need a sheet of paper and some kind of writing tool. So this is essentially under the stage, the set that is the underworld. Starting here at the River Acheron with the ferryman Charon. There's Cerberus. But I have to cross the river to explore the set. And unfortunately... I need to give him something first. Alright, so I can't do anything else down here right now, so I'm going to go back up, and I think I will now go to the museum. But there's something else I can pick up right here. Famous people of Greece, not the gods. This will come in handy for later. All right, so there's the body of the amphitheater. Here's the museum.
I'd like to take a closer look at the poster.
I would too, but unfortunately,
Locked.
it's locked. It's locked. I miss Nancy saying that phrase that way. Hey, that sounded like glass breaking. Oh, that must be Niobe.
What's going on?
I was freehand tracing.
Okay.
I wanted to understand the detail work, so I put thin paper on the glass.
Oh, she put too much weight forward and broke the glass.
Too much weight on the glass?
Please don't tell anyone I broke the case.
Ay,
Sounds
ay,
like it was
ay.
an honest mistake. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about.
I don't know you. Do you know me?
Not yet. I'm Nancy.
Niobe. I'm the reason we can't have nice things on a cultural level.
You're in the play, right?
Demeter.
What do you think of Thanos?
He's coarse.
Yes, he does
That's
seem a
good
bit
for playing
coarse.
Hades.
I don't
Like I
think he
said,
acts
really
like
into
he
the
was
part of Hades.
As what?
A monster.
Interesting concept.
Do you know much about Greek mythology?
Here, take this, you'll love the myths. They're full of the most amazing insanity. I'm glad we don't live in that world, for the most part.
You seem focused. Am I interrupting?
Yes, thank you though. I need a break.
Aren't you excited for opening night?
No.
You're not.
And no. Nope.
Are you nervous?
Nervous when I sleep. Terrified when I'm awake. I'm so relieved we've only got the one show.
Just one? That's nothing.
You should leave.
What? Why?
Why?
You might end up spoiling the ending if you hear too much.
I think I know how it ends.
No. Our ending is different. More frightening. Less predictable.
Are you...
Late? Yes. I have to go.
All right, I'll take a quick look around at the exhibits. Then I gotta get started with what I'm here to do. Ah, here's something.
Helpful.
Yes, it will be. Oh, this must be what she broke. Ah, that the book here said that you need to pay the ferryman a coin, so maybe there's something in here I can use to give him. But my next stop is right here. So I've got to find the key to the office here with Nike, and here are Nancy's tasks. Label the vase display, create the temple images for the architecture display, and get tickets assigned. But there's a second note here. So now she's looking into some missing pieces, exhibit pieces from the museum. So she's not here. And before I forget, I want to call the Hardy Boys back due to that abrupt hang-up when we heard Xenia screaming in the rehearsal.
Finally! What happened back there?
Sorry, I was caught off guard from a very convincing scene from a play.
So everything is fine?
Can't say that for sure, but no one is being actively kidnapped.
Nancy, I've got a strange feeling about what's happening at the museum.
I feel the same way. Something seems a bit off.
Want us to look into everyone at the museum?
That would be great. Please do.
Consider it done. Call us back in a bit, and we'll have everything you need to know.
All right, but I need to talk to them especially about this.
I might need some outside help. Do you know anything about Greek
Yes,
art?
I need help
You're in luck.
learning about the Greek
We'll make a call and
vases
have
for
book
the
to you right away.
labeling them.
What's the network?
ATAC.
ATAC, I remember that. Why is the name changed?
Apparently, the FBI doesn't like explaining that they get help from America's team.
Yes,
okay.
I
can
don't
see
get
that.
You must be this old to solve a crime sign anywhere.
It's like
There might be a
saying
law about that.
we're older yet
Don't care.
we're
What am I going to do with all my
too
ATAC shit?
dumb and incompetent to do our jobs, so we need help from the younger generation. That's what they think it's
ATAC forever!
saying,
But really,
that the younger generation is smarter than them.
What have you guys been up to?
Yeah, it's
the usual.
otherwise it's painting a picture of them looking unintelligent and incompetent in their profession.
Mystery game behind?
No, I'm working on a project. You are going to freak when you find out. Joe, I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Interesting.
It's no big deal, really, but I don't want to jinx it. Okay, I have to say one thing. 0 things is a better option. You're going to love it.
It involves me?
I can't say. It's way down the road, but for now, I'll just wait until Joe accidentally tells everyone. Me too.
Bye-bye.
Later.
All right, so Nike is one of these statues here. That's where the key is. Statue of Nike, and here's the key. Go inside and get a call from Melina.
Nancy, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to meet you in person.
Oh, that's okay. Is something wrong?
Yes, something is very wrong. Some of our exhibit pieces have gone missing.
Just like what that second note mentioned.
Stolen. I don't know. And frankly, it doesn't matter. The pieces in question, they're worth millions. If I can't recover them, our doors are as good as closed.
I'm here for you. Anything you need.
Oh, thank you. A lifetime of thank yous. I still need you to do the job we brought you on for, and you'll find everything you need for that in the office. But more importantly, I need you to be my eyes and ears.
Does that mean you think we're dealing with theft?
I really hope not, but we can't rule that out.
But you're worried.
I am.
Okay, why is that?
The pieces we lost never arrived. They were on the shipping invoice, but they were not in the crate.
Is that common?
It could be a simple mistake, or it could be someone changed the invoice to buy enough time to smuggle the jewelry out. I'm tracking down both possibilities. That's why I need you here.
You got it.
I'm following the paper trail now, and with luck, I'll find the error and be back tomorrow.
You worry about that. I'll take care of the museum.
Great. You'll find everything you need in the office.
Do you suspect that anyone in the cast took the missing jewelry?
We did at first.
But then?
The police came in, interviewed everyone, and the cast was very cooperative.
That's good at least.
Maybe.
Maybe.
They all consented to having their cars and hotels searched. The police reviewed all of the security footage and came to the conclusion that no one in the cast snuck anything out of the museum.
But you doubt this.
For all intents and purposes, they're cleared, but it just doesn't make sense. Nothing just disappears.
All right, here's what I need to ask her specifically to move further. Because I need a coin to give the ferryman.
Can I get a key to the coin display?
You'll need to open the filing cabinet first. The key to the filing cabinet is hidden inside the box with the animal figurines. Pair up the animals with the images so the animal and image pair represent the same god.
You got it.
I know you weren't brought here for this, but I need you to learn about provenance.
As in verifying the authenticity of the art?
You're as sharp as they say. That's it.
Isn't that normally left to the experts?
Generally, yes, but if we're dealing with theft of any kind, I need you to become an expert.
Instantly?
Unfortunately. But
All
you'll
right,
come to
so
accept-
Nancy's going to be doing provenance work as well as
You will find
those
it
tasks.
like solving a mystery, which I hear you're pretty good at home.
Pretty good.
Proving
Nancy
provenance
is
a
the
classic
best
study. You look at a vase or a painting
for someone who's not
clues
actually a police detective, for example.
Who painted or sculpted or chiseled the work in question.
When you put it that way, I think I'm comfortable with the methodology.
Perfect. You'll find what you need on the computer. Niobe may be able to help you.
I should tell you, Niobe broke one of the necklace display cases.
What?
She said she was trying to trace the detail work and put too much pressure on the glass.
Is everything still there?
I think so.
Well, thank Zeus for that. How did she react when you talked to her about it?
She was really upset. She actually asked me not to tell you.
Like no one would notice. These things do happen. Keep an eye on her. Mistakes happen, but
But
a
a series of mistakes don't.
Got it.
All right, I'll let her go, and I'll get started. Unfortunately, the computer is password protected, so I've got to find it. This is where the phone will go, because when I'm using the provenance program, I need to have her phone connected because it'll have the pictures on there. Here, I can use this sheet of paper for rubbing the plaque. And so I need to get the key to the filing cabinet from this box right here.
I need to match the animals to the correct symbol.
Yeah, animals and symbols that are paired up to associate with the gods. And the answer to that is here in this book that Niobe gave me. So the thunderbolt obviously represents Zeus, along with the eagle. The peacock feather here represents Hera, and so does the cow. The sword represents Ares, along with the vulture. The olive tree branch represents Athena, along with the owl. The lyre represents Apollo, along with the dolphin. The bow and arrow represents Artemis, along with the stag. And then finally, this heart, which is the symbol of love, represents Aphrodite, along with the dove. Okay, so that's the key to the filing cabinet. I want to use it here. Here's the key to the coin display, and this is the computer password. And ooh, look here, phone charm. All right,
These must be
the tags for the vase display, and these are time cards. All right, so I'm gonna get started doing the tasks before I move on to the provenance one. So type in the password, Claroterion. I don't know if I'm saying these words correctly. So messenger here, again, if they're just like on the tablet, if something's new, it's in red. If it's red, it needs to be red. So got to read all these messages to Nancy from Melina. And be sure you read it carefully because some of these are important. Here's the starting with the provenance. 3 pieces on which she must verify provenance, starting with the gold leaf necklace. Investigate the sets. and that includes under the stage. Be careful, the flames you see are very real. Do not touch the river water, because it's actually fire, not water. Okay, I'll start here with the ticketer program.
Seats according to everyone's requests.
So I have to fill out the seats accordingly with these requests and the colors that associate with each person. So I'll do that. And when you're finished, to know if it's right or wrong, click on Submit Seats.
All done.
If you make a mistake, you can hit Clear Seats. All right, so I
These off in the mailbox.
got these done. And there are 5 other optional puzzles under Ticketer, but you don't need to do those. If you do all 6 of them, you get an award, but I'm not going to waste my time doing more of them. Okay, here's the Provenance program.
Looks like I'll need a unique password to access the archive.
Yeah, I can't get in there right now. Neither of these are that important. If you play all the tapes here or recordings for player, and they will fill up over time if you come back, you get an award for doing that, but I'm not going to waste my time doing that. Same with this. This is not important to finishing the game. It's just something to do for fun. But here, the information on this clipboard and in this email gives important information about, for the Provenance puzzle, regarding the items that need verified, like providing when they were received by whom, their current owners, the exhibits from which they're on loan, and when the loans end. But I'll work on that in a bit. I am going to put the tickets outside after I get a coin here.
Let's see if I can pay the ferryman with this.
And I can also use this on this display, but there's nothing for me to pick up yet. Oh,
This is the exact book I needed. Oh, thanks, guys.
talk about a speedy delivery. All right, so this will help me do the vase puzzle. I'll drop in the tickets.
I can cross that off my to-do list now.
Okay,
Time to match the correct tag to each vase.
so you know what's what from the book based on the descriptions of each vase
That's it.
and their names. So that lets me know it's done correctly. Now, lastly, I have to make the temple designs. This is of help to that, showing me like parts of the temple, the pediment, the frieze, and the types of columns. So you have to create the images on here, and when they're correct, they'll be printed out, and you have to put the images on these spots here, because the task is only complete when you put the images in their proper places. So I'm going to create the temples, starting with Temple 1. This is what the requirements are. It's the clues that help you figure out what you need to choose. The setting, the floor plan, the capitals, frieze, pediment, and the god. And then you click submit, and when it's correct, it says the gods approve, and the picture is printed off. So I'm gonna put that on. Now on to Temple 2.
Next temple.
All right. Now on to the third and final temple.
Building temples is easy when Nancy Stonemason Drew is on the case.
Yeah, speak for yourself. Nancy Stonemason Drew, just like when she called herself Nancy Paul Bunyan Drew in Secret of Shadow Ranch after cutting up those logs. All right, and that task is done. Now I'll move on to Provenance. So first is this, the gold green leaf necklace. And so what you have to do is, of course, use the camera on the phone to take a picture. But I need to put emphasis on the item in question, so I should zoom in closer to get a decent snapshot of it. I think if it was further away, it wouldn't be acceptable because the focus is the necklace, not the other items being displayed next to it.
Done.
Okay, and Nancy will say, at least on Amateur Sleuth, something to say, confirm that it's a good snapshot. Okay. So I gotta make sure I put Nancy's phone there, and then click on this. So then, as I said, the information on the tablet or the clipboard and those emails give the basic information from here. Received loan ends.
Thank you for unlocking the display for me.
Why are you so interested in them?
The tooling marks tell a story about how they're made. For the most part, we still don't understand the full method. Bits and pieces, but that's it. I'd love to see if I can see something, anything to add to that discussion.
Do you know much about proving provenance?
Sure, I have some materials for you. Here.
Okay, I took this from her, but it's kind of showing with the bullet points here, the format that you need to do.
Goodbye.
Until later.
So that's what it has to look like if you just want an understanding of it, but it's, for each piece though, you need to get the information from the clipboard and the emails. So now I am going to put the phone in place and work on that. All right, the artifact is easy to pick for this and the next couple of items, but then gotta know this from the emails and the clipboard, like I said. So this was received July 2nd by Stavros. Current owner is the State Museum of Fine Arts. On loan from exhibit, The Golden Age. Loan ends September.
All done.
All right. And Nancy confirms then that if it's all correct. So the Neiman, I don't know how you say that, right. It's this statue right here. But this is all the way to the right, so I should zoom in closer to get a better snapshot.
That should do it.
Thank you for your confirmation, Nancy. Okay, so this artifact is obviously a sculpture click the arrows so that you move to the next picture that you need. It was received June 29th by Michael, current owner, Costas Bezos Gallery, on loan from World of Gods and Heroes. Loan ends November.
Done.
All right, one more. Vase depicting 4 women, one seated holding a bird, another standing directly behind her chair. Well, that was the image on Xenia's tablet, and that provides the information of the current owner, which is National Archaeological Museum of Athens. So, got to get the picture of it right here, and still not a good picture from where it is, so I'm gonna zoom in closer. Doesn't matter if the other vases are in there, but put it in the center is what I like to do for these pictures. Like, that's something that makes emphasis on the item in question. Thank you again for confirming that, Nancy. So now let's fill out the database. So, of course, artifact is vase, and for the rest of the information, received June 30th by Sophia, current owner, as I said, that Museum of Athens, on loan from exhibit, permanent collection. The loan ends August.
Got it.
Submission accepted, time gap indicated, unable to confirm provenance. Interesting. Well, now that I've got the coin, I want to go back to the lift and go see if I can explore the underworld. I got the sheet of paper for the plaque, but I need to find some kind of writing tool to do the rubbing.
I need a big favor.
Okay, what's that?
Can you set me up with the time cards from the office? I have been so underwater, I haven't been tracking our rehearsal time.
I'll see what I can do. What can you tell me about Gregor?
I like him. I know he's the type to flatter. I know it's self-serving to listen to him when he tells me I'm gorgeous and brilliant. But you know what? I can use the emotional junk food some days.
I think we can all use emotional junk food some days.
Went into production. Why only one show?
One show? Who said that?
Niobe.
Poor Niobe. I bet she wishes it was just one. She's so scared, all she sees is opening night. We're here the whole week.
What made you interested in ancient Greece?
I guess if I had to pick an answer, I'd say the ancient Greeks.
Okay, fair answer. It seems a little strange that there are only 4 people.
Yes, I thought that was quite strange. That's an extremely small cast and crew.
But I understand Persephone.
Okay, how?
I was this happy girl. And one day I fell into this vast sadness. I got out of it. But just like Persephone, I know it will come back for me. Even on my best days.
I definitely see you have a personal connection with Persephone. But what happens if there's a problem during the performance and you're all on stage?
I don't like to think about that.
How's it going?
I'm putting out fires.
Anything major?
I hope not. Can you check in with Gregor for me? I need to know if he's actually staying on top of his work.
Sure.
Thank you. From the bottom of my overly stressed heart.
I think everyone's a little afraid of Thanos.
Don't worry about him. He's all bark, no bite.
Oh, really?
I guess. But he seems very isolated.
Yes, isolated in the sense that he's very into the role.
Differences. Just part of the process.
All right, well,
Talk to you later.
before I do what I wanted to do, I'm going to go back and get the time cards.
I should call Melina before giving these to Xenia.
All right, so I'll do that.
Hi.
Xenia wants a copy of the time cards. Can I share those with her?
No.
Should I be concerned that she wants the time cards?
Maybe.
Okay, I'll stall for now.
Any advice?
Keep an eye on her.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Before I go down to the underworld, I want to talk to Gregor.
I need your help fixing the fly system.
Yeah, I thought so.
Reasonable. How do I do that?
Just check the tablet.
Do you know anything about the stolen art?
Too much.
Why's that?
When it went missing, the police had a long talk with all of us.
That's news to me.
We didn't want it to become a bigger deal than it needed to be. We all agreed to answer their questions. Melina turned over the tapes, and we turned over our keys and let them search our hotels and cars.
So if you're all here, it's safe to assume they didn't find anything.
I got the sense it was just a formality searching us.
What drew you to ancient Greece?
Greece cultivated the thoughts and ideas that shaped the Western world, which Rome then conveniently sold door to door at the pointy end of a spear. Still, I love the gods, though. Imagine living in their shadows. So much drama took place on Olympus. I guess the Pantheon was the first theater troupe in a way.
Greece certainly has a very impressive cultural history.
That it does.
I know. I haven't even gotten to the music or the food.
You're telling me I'll probably gain a few pounds during my visit here.
Only a few? On the behalf of the people of Greece, I'm insulted. If I had a big Greek family, I'd invite you for food and arguments, and singing at the end.
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it? I'll make it happen one day. You'll see.
Why do you think Xenia keeps making your role bigger?
Would you stay out of my things?
Okay.
I have no idea, honestly.
Maybe she just likes keeping you busy.
I have to go.
Alright, so I better fix the fly system.
I need to counterbalance the weights to the production settings.
Now, to do that, you need the notes on Xenia's script here and the temple sketch, because while this gives the fly system weight values, it only gives the English versions of what the weights associate with the names of the parts of the system are based on parts of a temple. However, these are just the English versions of the temple parts, and these are the Greek. So you need to combine those to figure out what they mean. So stylobate, according to this, along with the script, that's the temple base, and it has a required weight of 80. So I'm gonna add the weights, 40 and 220s. And when you're balancing them, you need to make sure you use all of the weights. Entablature is a temple top with a required weight of 60. So that means 40 pounds and 2 tens. So again, use the temple sketch to find the Greek terms for the parts of the temple alongside the notes here with the English versions along with their weight values. So then peristyle, that's courtyard decoration with a weight of 120. And plinth, that's sculpture base with a required weight of 40. Pediment, temple, triangular reef end with a required weight of 80. And then finally, portico is porch with a required weight of 100, and that uses the last of the weights.
Got it. Now maybe Gregor will talk to me.
Oh, but he's gone. Well, that means I can search the red stitching in his bag.
That's not a character in the Persephone story.
Oh, a phone charm. Nice. Let's see if there are any updates on the tablet. No, the kid's all right. Oh, thank you. Some of them aren't as important, but just as a precaution, look at everything, because you don't want to overlook something that leads to a puzzle for later. Okay, now I'm finally using the lift to go down. Oh, something new here. A spectroscope made by Jovic Tech. The late Nico Jovic? Interesting. Okay, let me give him this coin now so I can have free passage to getting across the river. So that's the River Acheron. Next step here is the entrance, which is guarded by Cerberus. But it's locked. So to open it, I have to solve this puzzle with the dog.
I need to
Block the dog from reaching the stars. Alright, so that's one head deactivated. Now for this one. Ooh, nice. Good way to block. And now for the last one. Excellent.
All right.
So now I can go through the door and next to the next section. This is the judge's hall. Oh, another Cerberus and another plaque. Huh, but what's this? Oh, some kind of workshop. But go out before Thanos catches you and it's game over. Okay. So,
I need to figure out what this is for before I do anything.
yep. Okay, so this is the judge's chamber. These are the gates of heaven, Elysium, I think, and you can't open these at all, no matter how many times you try. If you do try to open them, yeah, I say try because you can't open them at all, but if you attempt to do so multiple times, I think about 30, you get an award for that. So here are the three judges, and can't do anything about this right now. Can't open this.
It's locked.
This won't be done till much later.
Keys.
All right, on to the next stop, which is Tartarus. Ooh, red. All too common color of what we think hell is. Well, the color we associate with hell.
I don't believe you're an
Oh.
actor. What do you expect me to do? Do I have to spell it out? If I don't believe you're an actor, the audience won't. Then don't make me go on stage. That's how this works. You have to be on stage or the whole thing falls apart. Nancy! Sorry to interrupt. Sorry you caught us arguing. Niobe, I know you're nervous, but you promised you'd perform. We're all counting on you to do your job.
All right, and this is Tartarus. And I want to look at everything. Oh, here's it. To enter the workshop, you must understand art. Okay, this is the clue. All circles connect. That's the clue to disabling the alarm. I'll check that out soon. Oh, it looks like it's missing a piece. Okay. Oh, here's another plaque. Doors are locked.
I'm going to get this unlocked.
Well, to get it unlocked, I have to put water from this pool into this tub 3 times. But how am I going to do that? Get out of the way of this boulder. Whoa, yep, it would be game over there. I need to use this pitcher. Oh, and if you click on the fruit tree here 7 times, you get an Easter egg. Here it is. Okay. Ah, it's got holes in it. So I gotta block the holes. That should do it.
Got it. I can use this to move the water.
Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3. All right, now I can go on to the last part of the underworld, which is the River of Fire. Oh, hey, a Cerberus phone charm. Nice. Oh my, just like Melina said, the flames are very real, and I cannot get across there right now. That won't happen until much later. Oh, the final plaque. Yeah, so I've got the paper,
I should find supplies to make a rubbing.
but I still need the writing tool. So if these get locked, this must be how you unlock it. Alright, so now I've seen all parts of the underworld. I want to go back.
I need to figure out the key code.
I won't get that until later. Unfortunately, the doors are locked. So I have to work on this.
All the individual hand tiles on the
So you have to stack the hand tiles on top of the center tile with lots of hands. There are 3 parts, so that's 1. Two. 3. Alright, now I can go through.
What are you doing? The remote. Give it to me.
No, I need it for my work.
Now. Do not come back.
Why not?
The stage wants you dead.
What?
What?
Can't you feel the floor is shaking? Do you know why that happens?
I assume it has something to do with the hydraulic lifts.
Not something, everything. The hydraulics are warming up for the show. The sets are not normally kept so far off the ground. They're not to be occupied unless they're locked into place on the stage.
But you're here.
I know what I'm doing, and you do not. Leave.
Alright, so I've been sent away, but this isn't the end of it. I'll have to come back down here somehow. And in the meantime, I think now I will call the Hardy Boys to see if they have any information on the cast.
How was the flight?
Couldn't tell you. I slept right through.
Slept on a flight? What witchcraft is this? She's a witch! Burn her!
What?
Hi, Joe.
I do not consort with witches. Our in-flight movie was about Salem, and apparently Joe took away the wrong lesson. How have I lived this long without knowing how fun, reckless accusations are? Anyway, how's Greece?
Well, I'm having a bit of a problem.
Perhaps you should try stepping into water and letting me know if you float.
I'll add that to the list. Have you been able to look into the entire cast?
Yeah, you're dealing with something really serious here.
Tell me more.
That's the thing. We're not sure. First red flag is the staff.
As in, where is everyone?
We reached out to the network to see if we could track down any of the workers who left.
No one would talk?
No one could be found.
What?
Oh.
Keep quiet on that until we
Oh,
figure out
boy.
what's happening. We can fill you in on everyone at the museum, but these are dangerous people. You have to tread lightly. Tread lightly? She's so bad at that.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks,
Sorry.
Joe.
Just be careful.
What a sardonic quip there. Alright, I'll ask him what they
What did
found
you
out
find out
about
about
everyone
River?
here.
Did you notice anything about his Greek accent?
What Greek accent?
What Greek accent?
Right? He's an American, and Gregor is not his name.
Really?
Really.
So, who is he?
He may be an actor, like he says. We can't figure out why he changed his name. But we did find out a bit about his past.
What's his story?
Pretty sad, actually. He's an only child. His parents died when he was really young. He grew up completely alone.
In and out of foster care until he aged out of the system.
May explain the assumed name.
Right. Maybe the name has some meaning.
Right. It could be a stage name, like a nom de plume, but for actors. Or it could be something more serious, like a nom de guerre. Unlikely. Either way, we'll look into it.
Did you find anything out about Xenia?
She seems to be more or less who she says she is.
We know she's from New York.
She grew up around a lot of artists and professors and the like.
Looks like she was put in contact with the production's organizers and jumped at the chance to direct.
That seems reasonable.
It does, but we're going to keep looking.
The dots connect, but who knows if we're seeing all the dots?
Oh, I know that feeling. Anything I should know about Thanos?
Be careful around Thanos.
Why? What's his story?
We're looking into it, but he was brought in for questioning about something recently.
Well, what for?
We're still looking into it. The whole thing is very strange.
Okay, explain.
All we know is that he is on the network's radar.
He is? Why?
He's killed people.
What?
What?
Yes, it's serious. He worked in private security and he was directly involved in a fatal shooting.
He's dangerous, but only when the situation calls for it.
And when does the situation
Yeah, I'd like
call
to know
for
that
it?
myself.
We don't know.
What can you tell me about Niobe?
She is an amazing artist.
Yeah?
Well, she was. I saw a few of her pieces at the Met. Stunning. Her painting spoke to my soul.
I didn't know you
Her
were a
painting
fan
spoke
of
to my soul.
Nance, I'm more cultured than Greek yogurt.
He's been saving that one.
I have. I was toying with Euro puns for a while, but I couldn't figure out if it was Euro or Euro or Gyro. So I moved to tzatziki for a while, and that was a dead end. Now, Saganaki.
Reeled in, buddy.
Right. Her work is abstract, but not.
How so?
The docent told me that under each abstract painting is a photorealistic painting.
Huh?
She paints over her work. She replaces the painting with the feeling of the painting. The amazing thing is that you can sense it. You know what's there.
If Niobe's such a talented artist, why is she acting?
The part Joe left off is likely the reason. Her career is steeped in controversy.
In what way?
She was accused of art forgery, but it's not true.
You don't want it to be true.
Of course I don't. But the docent I met said what happened to her was a tragedy. I mean, he looked like he was going to cry just by thinking about it.
What happened?
He wouldn't say. All he said is her paintings will never bear her name. Apparently, everyone knows she's lost all credibility in the art world, but no one seems to know why.
I'll watch her from a distance for now. I found an odd list in Gregor's bag.
That's where I keep an odd list.
What's it say?
It's a list of names.
I guess that's odd. All lists are odd, come to think of it.
Read me the names.
Mikhail Dimitrov, Grant Nagy, Etienne Martin, Kurt Mueller, Emma Portnoy, and Kostas Bezos.
We'll look into it.
Alright, now I want to talk more to Gregor.
Do you like what you found in my bag?
Sorry if that was intrusive, but I'm here to keep tabs on the museum.
Oh, then let me help you. The museum is on the exterior of the bag. The interior of the bag is not the museum. Museum? Not museum.
You made your point.
You've made your point.
See that I have.
Can you help me get down into the rest of the sets?
Why?
I'm here to help Melina. I need to be able to go everywhere,
It is far too dangerous down there.
but not for Thanos.
Definitely for Thanos. He just doesn't listen.
If it's okay for me to say so, it seems like you had a bit of a rough time growing up.
We chose to put on a Greek tragedy. When your parents die young, it's Dickens or nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
The hard days are over. Growing up alone had its perks. It taught me how to study people. When you don't have much power, you have to know how to read people in your life.
So it was something of a survival strategy?
You could say that. Each time they put me in a new home, I'd do my research. I'd listen, watch people, feel them out. Every once in a while, I'd strike gold and find a diary.
Why?
If I liked the family, I'd do my best to be what they wanted.
You didn't want to be yourself?
I didn't think I'd be okay if I did. I figured, if you're taking in a kid, there must be something you want. I try to be whatever or whoever was missing from their home until they realized that never works. Not a great way to grow up. But an actor couldn't ask for finer training.
How did you get into acting?
It's not a proud story.
Are you okay telling me?
For you, dear, I do anything. I was discovered in the costume department,
Nothing embarrassing about that.
stealing a warm jacket.
Got it.
It was just my luck that the director of the theater needed some extras he couldn't afford. So for my first gig, I was paid in not going to juvenile lockup.
A few key words to leave off the resume. I ran your background check.
Now why would you go and do a thing like that? It's already been done.
My friends have access to some pretty powerful resources. I have some bad news to report.
Should I sit down?
Maybe. According to my sources, you're not who you say you are.
Oh. I should probably be wearing something else then.
I know your background. My question is, why did you use a false name?
Not false. I changed it legally. I slipped a little, not enough, money in the envelope to keep the record sealed.
Is there a significance to the name you're using?
There is. All the significance in the world. Gregor is the man who caught me stealing. He ran the theater.
Is he a hero of yours?
Mentor, I guess. He said I was a natural on the stage, but hopeless at life. My boy, you're the only student I've ever had to teach how to stop acting. With each show and rehearsal, he gave me a space to get to really be myself for the first time.
He sounds very special.
The truth might just be that he was an average man who found an unfortunate kid. To me, he was great.
Did you know Niobe has a history as an art forger?
I did, and that's a very dramatic way of putting it.
Explain the difference to me.
It's the difference between cheating off a friend and robbing a bank.
Still, she did commit art forgery.
She hid behind her friend because she was timid. You ask me, her so-called friend is the real criminal here, making millions while Niobe scrapes by.
Did I upset you earlier?
No. The show was starting to rest on my shoulders more and more. I needed to catch my breath.
What are your plans after the show?
One day, I'd like to open up a theater of my own. Maybe give back the gifts I was given.
I think that's a nice idea.
And I'd put Gregor's name on the marquee. Like I said, I'm just borrowing the name. I've been keeping it safe until I can put it where it belongs.
Why were you casting the role of Plutus?
I knew I hadn't made my point.
I don't recall Plutus ever being in the Persephone myth.
Xenia had a sequence in mind where Demeter petitions all the gods. But it was too boring, too expensive, and did I mention too boring?
I can't find any records of your previous performances.
People don't really consider what we do to have much artistic merit. It's more like historical reenactments. No one reviews those.
About that Plutus casting sheet I found in your bag,
Which, let's remember, isn't part of the museum.
something about it seems odd. Why would you be casting this late in the game?
I like working with undiscovered talent.
Wouldn't Xenia be casting? Wouldn't there be some reference to Plutus in the script somewhere?
You're unbelievable.
It's a trait you and I share, apparently.
I didn't lie. And don't you dare call anyone on that list.
My contacts are already on it.
Nancy, you have no idea what you just did.
Explain it to me.
With pleasure. The last 5 years, I've been researching angel investors. You know what those are?
Yeah, they invest in new businesses when no one else will.
Those are my angel investors. Or were, for my theater, for Gregor's theater. It took years to get those names. They were coming to opening night, Nancy, and now they're gone. I promise it. Your contacts asking about me like I'm a crook?
If you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to worry about.
Leave me alone. Now! Go and don't come back!
Oh, she didn't leave, he left. Yeah, let's see if there are any updates on the tablet. In here.
This must be some sort of code.
Ah, look to the stone tokens. 5 sets pairing letters representing famous Greeks with images of what they were known for. 5 sets of pairs. This is the clue for that decagon in the judges hall that has those Greek letters and pictures. So what this does is pairing the Greek letters with the people. Doctor's pair lies in red. So you put the tokens with have the images and those of the letters representing the famous Greek people in the appropriate colors. Doctor's pair lies in red, playwright in orange, architect is green, blue for the inventor, and the poet has her tokens in purple. Each color wedge requires 1 token. With color wedge requires 1 token. That's where the images representing the people go, and the letter tokens are in wedges with a blue Greek eye. Only tokens of the same pair can share a color wedge. So when I go back to that, I'll explain that further. But that's what this is useful for, knowing who is who. Hippocrates, the doctor, similar looking Caduceus. I don't know if I'm saying these words correctly, but look in this book to know who's who and what goes with what image is appropriately paired with them based on their profession.
Locked away his access? What is Gregor hiding?
He'll never think to arrange the tiles of the box in the jewelry display to show 7 gemstones in each square along the outside and no tile in the center when the left lid is flipped over the right. I think it's time I go back to that display in the museum. But there's also this. Why else would she lock them up in that box? Oh, so she's got a box. Well, it looks like she's not there, so I think I will go to her table and open up this box.
Notes on Gregor's tablet should help here.
All right, so his notes state, the letters around the empty squares indicate which letters belong with what row or column. So here's where it starts with A, and here's some clues at the top of these columns and on the side of these rows indicating where the letters go. So B will go here, and you got to make sure you're connecting all of them until you get to X. You don't have Y and Z here. So then C is in this row, which means it would go here. D is in this column. That means it'll go right here to connect, and just keep going till you got all of them connect. So I'll do that now. Activation code 72914. That's the activation code of the cage down in Tartarus. All right. Gonna go back to the museum because I have that puzzle with the jewelry display to do. And this is the box right here.
To get 7 gems visible on all outside tiles when the box is closed.
Okay. These have to be moved accordingly. Only this one needs to be moved, this tile. So I got to move the tiles around because you got to have them overlap so that where these are, how many gems are on these tiles, they're equal to 7 over on this side. So I'm gonna move these around right, I heard a sound. Oh, it's that missing piece from that tile puzzle in Tartarus. Well, if I can get back there, that's the first thing I'll do. Hey, what's going on here? Is this a secret entrance? I think so. Maybe it'll get me back to the underworld.
Is that a hidden passage? What's Niobe up to? The hidden door must be here.
Yep.
I need to make sure only the
Yeah, that's how you open it. You gotta have all the lightning bolts showing. All right, got it open. But the other side is locked.
This means first.
So I gotta figure out this puzzle in order to open the door from this end. All right, I'm in the workshop again, and now that I have the clue, I want to disable the alarm. So it said all circles connect. So as you can see here from these fingerprints, what that means is you have to have all of the circles connecting with no breaks in between. And so the fingerprints here are clues to where the circles connect. Not all of them are here, but well, I did it. Maybe this has something I can use for rubbing. Yep, a piece of charcoal. Want to look in here briefly though.
These rules seem very strict. What is Niobe up to?
Well, this is the way back that way. That looks like where finished vases would go. This must be where they're heated up. I don't know much about artwork. Oh, so that's where vases are, where are going to be used. All right. So now I've got the writing tool and the paper. I want to rub the plaques, but first I want to start going back this way. See if I can find the lift remote again. Oh, if you take the boat across the river multiple times, you get an award for that. I'll see if I can try that. All right, I have 3 more plaques to rub.
Remote again. Maybe Thanos stashed it nearby.
Yep, it's right in here, but getting it is not an easy feat. Okay, so yeah, the numbers here refer to the number of connections it needs to have. So when it turns green, it means you have the connections correct. Well, I mean, not just the connections correct, it means that you have them, all of them that they need. And here it is.
Can't stop me now.
Nope. All right, now it's a short, quick trip since I've been back and forth. Just one more time, then I want to go back and explore. All right, I need to go here. Got to fill out the plaque. Fill out the paper from this plaque. So I need the entire Greek alphabet before I do this puzzle.
Complete Greek alphabet first.
Yes. I have one half of it, I know what I need to do, but I need to know the alphabet first. Okay, well,
I need to match all of the edges.
yeah, I'll do this puzzle now. Oh, all right, that's the key to the locked cabinet that's holding the poster outside. But I'll wait to do that. Okay, here's another plaque I need to rub. And then the last one is down here. It's funny in these later games, like where I turn around, you know, you go one forward so many steps, you turn around, you're not seeing what you need to see, so then I need to take another step forward or back just to get to this. It's weird. All right, well, you know what? If you put in the number combination here for the cage multiple times, you get an award for that. So it's 72914. All right, that lets it up. Let's try it again. All right, got an award for it. All right, I think I'll leave it locked for the moment. All right, now that I have the Greek alphabet, I want to do that puzzle on the decagon. Okay.
Slide the stones to the correct position.
So yeah, I got to slide the stones to the correct position. So it's 5 pairs represented by the letters represent the people, and the tokens with the, or those with the tokens with the pictures on them represent what associates with their profession. So, and then each of them has to be paired up to the color according to the tablet. So these spots here with the blue dots, that's where you have to put the letter tokens. So you have Hippocrates, the doctor, according to the tablet notes, is red, and his and according to also to that book, the image that associates with him is this, the caduceus. I don't know if I'm saying this right. And this is a letter that represents Hippocrates, which I think is it's chi. I know some of the Greek letters, but I haven't remembered all of them. Euripides, which is represented by the E here, the epsilon, was a playwright, has to be paired in orange with the theater mask right here. Phidias, represented by the phi symbol here, or phi letter, was an architect. So tied with the temple, they have to be in green. Archimedes, the inventor, is represented by the A here. Along with the Archimedes screw, they have to be put in blue. And then finally, Sappho, represented by Sigma here, ties with this scroll or poem here. They have to be put in purple. So I'm going to work on that puzzle now. And I'm not going to talk while I do it because I need to concentrate. This is not one puzzle I like that much. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, the letters here with the appropriate color around them let you know where they're supposed to go in what colors, but it's the tokens with the images that you need to know from reading the tablet to figure out how they tie in with those people and their professions. Okay, so that's the final spot there. So we have that paired up for Hippocrates, the Chi letter, and the Caduceus, so they're the red pair. All right. Huh, wonder what this is.
Why would Gregor be hiding this seal?
Oh, Niobe's out of her costume.
Did anyone ever tell you you look just like Alexandra?
Not surprisingly,
No.
She was one of the best painters of ancient Greece.
How good is she, you ask? I'll take your word. She has a crater named after her. Oh, wow, that's just great. On the Venus!
Okay.
That's pretty solid.
Follow in her footsteps. Here,
What's this?
you're painting that on a vase.
I'll do my best, but it might not look exactly like the reference.
Make your mark on the world. And be a
All right, I'll make my mark.
No problemo.
Thank you. I'm so behind you have no clue.
All right, so here's where I have to work.
One base for Niobe, coming right up.
But the thing is, even though she's been told to make that picture, you don't have to. And if you make mistakes, you don't need to start over, which is quite a relief. But I'm just going to amuse her and go ahead and make it. And when you're done, click this.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Right. I am a true artist.
All right, so then it's put in here. This is called a kiln. It's going to take time for it to be dried. And so, yeah, when it's colored red like that, it means it's going. Let's see if I can talk to her.
Is this workshop yours?
We need to use props for the show. We're pretending they're actual statues and artifacts because we can't use the real things.
So you make fakes?
No! No. Not fakes. There's a process in place. The last thing the museum wants is confusion about what's real and what isn't.
Yeah, I want less confusion.
Bye-bye.
Bye!
All right, I'm going to go out this way because now that I have the Greek alphabet, I can do this puzzle.
I need to enter all the actors' names in the correct order.
So, in the Greek alphabet order, I need to fill out, go Grigor, Thanos, Niobe, and then Xenia. And so I have to put in their names in that order here, using the Greek letters. That's what it said on that paper from the trash can in the workshop. But I needed to have the Greek letters here to do it. All right, that's leave Xenia. Now, let me go outside, use this key on this little cabinet here.
Who exactly is this message for?
Yes. Hey, that looks like the seal here. Let me check in with the Hardy Boys.
Nancy, you're in trouble.
Tell me something new.
Don't say anything. Thanos might be listening. I need you to say only what I tell you to. Thanos is involved with Kronos. Just say, that's funny.
That's funny.
Good. He's most likely watching you for any sign you know. Pretend we're making small talk.
I can't wait to see you either.
We've got the network watching their communications.
Oh, that is so like him.
I'm going to need you to ask him about Kronos.
Really? Why would he do that?
I assume you're asking why. If he passes word, then we're getting you out of there right away.
Of course. Classic Joe.
If he doesn't, that means you're safe. It's a risk, but if he's still in organized crime, running away won't help. We'll have to deal with it head on.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
I know it's scary, but we have to know. Call me back and ask me about Joe's birthday once you've done it.
You too? Okay, well, I'm at work, so I should go.
Good luck.
Let's see if I can say anything new to everyone.
Why did you choose Persephone's story? I didn't click with it at first, but now when we rehearse, when I'm in the meadow, waiting for Hades, in my mind, I don't see the narcissus flowers I'm gathering. I see the moments of my life when everything turns sour. But I see myself, the Persephone version of myself, and I am her. I know that's weird. That means there's something real about it. Did you know about Niobe's career problems? That she copied another artist's work? Well, something like that. Stop the questions there. I've never met anyone more regretful than Niobe. Can I help with anything? We're set. I can't keep distracting you from your job anyway. Bye-bye. Talk to you later.
I have a question for you.
Okay, what's up?
Why are you here?
I was invited.
Are you an art expert?
No,
I guess I don't get it.
I think I just saw Niobe using a hidden door.
That's your reaction?
That's your only reaction?
We're in a theater. Theaters are built for sneaking around in.
It wasn't in the theater. It was in the museum.
Oh, that's just to let the staff move without having to wade through the crowd. I know, it seems exciting, but hidden passages are only exciting the first time you see them. Then they're just poorly advertised doors.
Why are you making copies of the art?
That's really Niobe's domain.
Later.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, nothing new here. I think I'll go down, see if I can actually talk to Thanos at last. Because all our exchanges have been, you know, saying like, get out and leave.
You found another way down. How enterprising.
I do my best.
So do I. Now get out.
No, I'm not leaving till we talk.
Don't get too wrapped up in Grigor's sad stories.
Why not?
Your contacts are not so trustworthy.
How long have you been with the troupe? Would you prefer I leave you alone?
I prefer you leave.
I have a job to do here.
So be it.
Why is Xenia in charge?
Because we follow her.
Why do you follow her?
Because I see a future in her.
Why do you spend all of your time in the underworld?
It's quiet.
It's a bit unnerving.
To say the least.
Does it bug you too?
Bug? No, girl. It pours ice into my belly.
Then why?
I have men waiting for me after I die.
What do you mean?
May you never have to know.
You're a dangerous man from what I hear.
Yes?
You've killed someone before?
Is that what you heard?
Yep.
It's true.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Good.
Were you caught?
Caught? No, I wasn't caught. I was doing my job.
What was your job?
I rode in an armored car.
Security?
Not like you think. I protected money, but it wasn't special like I thought. No gold bullion, no bank headquarters.
What then?
Markets, restaurants. They trained me, walk in ready to fight.
One day a fight happened?
No, no fight. One day I followed the protocol my bosses handed me.
Someone was injured?
2 men, dead. The pieces of paper that trained me, burned gone.
What happened to you?
I came here, to the underworld.
Niobe is afraid of you.
Niobe's fear is not worth a passing thought.
Why not?
It has no shape. It's a map without borders.
What do you think of Gregor?
He wants to sit on my shoulder like a parrot telling me what to do.
Should I take away some meaning from that?
Little men only stand next to big men when they think they're smarter. He isn't.
You were interviewed about the missing art?
You make it sound so nice. Interviewed.
You did speak with the police, though.
Yes.
Why did they suspect you?
They interrogated all of us. I'm sure they'll be back to do it again.
But they cleared you, right?
They know we didn't steal anything. There are others.
Who?
Melina, isn't that her name?
You think she'd steal from her own museum?
Wouldn't be the first.
Do you have any reason to believe she's responsible?
No.
Then why bring it up? I think there's something down here you don't want me to find.
Is it worth risking your life to test out your little theory?
That sounds a little like a threat.
Hades is for the dead. Take that as you will.
Is it strange that Niobe's making so much art for the play?
I don't care.
Do you care about anything? Whoa.
You're difficult to get to know.
That is the point.
Why?
I'm the man you don't want to meet. Who are you?
I'm the woman who doesn't back down.
I hope not.
Can you tell me something about the underworld?
Hades. See for yourself.
You seem to spend a lot of time down here.
There are a lot of moving parts that need to work correctly during the show.
Can you give me a tour?
Not while you're still alive.
You take your character seriously, I see.
No.
Did you know Gregor is using a fake name?
Yes, why is that your business?
I'm just a curious person.
I gathered.
You're not bothered he was holding back information from you?
He plays his part. That's enough.
Tell me a little bit about Hades' character.
Just watch the play.
You must have some feelings about him.
The story has been told too many times to have an opinion.
Is he a good guy or a villain?
Depends on the telling.
Which do you prefer?
Persephone eats all 12 pomegranate seeds and stays below by her own choosing.
So you like Hades?
I like them both.
Do you know why Gregor's role keeps expanding?
Because Niobe can't act.
He seemed upset when I brought it up.
Did he?
Yeah, I can't quite understand why.
I'm sure it's nothing.
You worked for Kronos, didn't you? You still do?
I'll take that as a yes.
Some jobs you can quit. Some you cannot.
Is Kronos involved in what you're doing here?
The play? No.
What about the rest?
You talk like you know, but you don't.
What makes you so sure?
If you knew, you'd have left.
What did you mean when you said my contacts are not so trustworthy?
Your contacts have contacts. No one is ever out of reach.
Of whom?
Me.
Of you, huh?
Talk to you later.
Leave.
Leave. Well, maybe that vase is done. Yep, looks like it is.
Is this a sphinx? Something really strange is going on here. I need to let Melina know about everything I've found.
Okay, so I'll give her a call. Let me talk to Niobe before I do that.
Patsy, what's up?
Have you ever been on stage?
A few times. Why?
I don't know if I can handle it.
Well, if that's the case, why did you become an actor?
I find myself asking me that question too.
So, what's the answer?
That is also a common follow question I ask myself.
Can I ask why you're acting and it scares you so much?
You're asking the wrong Niobe.
Okay, which one should I ask?
Niobe of months ago. That silly girl who thought this would be a chance to grow. I don't care for her. I wish I could tell her that right to my face.
So, how did I do with the vase?
Alexandra would be proud. But I'm prouder. Nice work.
Thank you. Now I want to confront her
You're
with
breaking
this.
the terms of your contract.
What do you mean?
You're breaking the rules Melina left for you.
I'm not.
Can you explain the shard of pottery with a sphinx on it that I found in your kiln?
Who are you that you think you can go into my studio?
Excuse me?
What? Aren't you the one who asked me for help?
Yes.
I think something strange is happening here. But of course, I'm not an artist. Maybe you can help me understand.
False modesty is worse pride. Stay out of my studio.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back into the museum and give Melina a call. Well, let me call the Hardy Boys, too.
Hi.
I spoke with Thanos about his past.
And?
I really can't say for sure. It sounds like he was working security and he was following protocol.
That's what we're hearing on our end, too.
So, I guess...
Yeah. You know, if he's like... There's a chance his whole persona is an act.
That's what I was thinking, but the pieces aren't coming together.
Think about it. He's found a way to spend time among the dead. Maybe there's something he's trying to... say.
You think he's dealing with his past?
Let's not be overly generous here. If he's just a guy who thought he was doing his job, No matter how tough he looks on the outside, he is falling apart inside, I promise you. And if he really is who he says he is, he's down where he belongs.
Do you think Melina could be involved with the missing artwork?
An inside job. Wouldn't be the first time. You should talk to her, see what she says.
That's always so hard to do, but comes with the territory, I guess.
It's all in the tone of voice.
Is that so?
Is that so?
Yeah, check this out. Are you the type of terrible person who steals?
And this works?
Not at all. Just be direct. And if she gets upset, just say,
Yes.
take it away, Frank. That's what I say, at least.
Any word on the names I gave you?
Actually, yes. It's a list of very wealthy individuals, many of whom have extensive art collections. Rich as Plutus, you could say. He was the god of being rich, which is a pretty top-shelf way to go through life, if you ask me. So you might want to talk to Gregor.
What did you make of the rest of Gregor's list?
I think it might be a code.
Me too. Just not sure what it means yet.
It'll come to you.
What should I get Joe for his birthday?
That's the code phrase I need to ask.
Also, I'm into hats these days, just since you asked.
All right, now we'll call Melina.
Hi, Nancy.
Did the police talk to you about the missing art?
Of course.
Did they search your home and office?
What are you getting at?
I'm just covering all the angles.
You think I'd steal from my own museum?
No, but I have to ask.
I understand. This museum is my heart, Nancy. It is my child, and my mother, and my father. As a girl, if I had 2 coins to rub together, they'd go straight to admission. A few years of that, then they stopped taking my money. I loved the art and the history so much. They said it was catching. Before long, they paid me to come. This is my home. As much as it hurts to hear the accusation, it makes me happy to know you care as much as I do.
Did you know about the secret door in the museum?
What are you talking about? Secret door?
Niobe was using it.
Oh,
Is that a problem?
of course this is a problem. Keep an eye on Niobe. Don't let her know what you've seen.
Why?
It could be she likes secret doors. Or it could be she's up to
She
something.
likes secret doors. I think that's a feeble reason.
Why is Niobe making copies of the art?
Not copies, approximations.
I don't follow.
The concept of this whole debacle was maybe a bit too ambitious. It all came together in pieces until I was in over my head.
Tell me what you mean.
When the stage renovation became a reality, people started paying attention to our little museum again. Great, right? That let me attract patrons and set up loans, and bit by bit, the exhibit came together. And soon we had a world-class exhibit on our hands.
Sounds great to me.
It is, but it isn't. No one in all of Greece has heard of the Phidias Cultural Center. Here we are with a world-class exhibit and no eyes to enjoy it.
So that's where the play comes in.
Right. It was a new idea. We put the art where it belongs, right in front of the gods. Once the play is done, the audience can go see the very pieces shown on stage. But the real version, of course.
That's a cool concept.
It is, but then comes the problem of how to copy the art, but not copy the art. Niobe had to sign some paperwork agreeing to use only certain materials, colors, and scales.
So none of the copies could be confused with the originals, right?
Right. She's done a wonderful job, but we've had the owners breathing down our necks every step of the way. Every step. Never again.
Okay, here's where I need to make that report.
We might have a problem.
How bad?
I think the production team's potentially swapping real artwork with props.
How sure are you?
I found evidence that some of the museum sculptures, vases, even jewelry may not be real anymore.
That is very bad.
Do you think they're stealing?
Yes. Are you ready to become an expert?
As ready as I'll ever be.
You need to test the vase, the jewelry as well. Get on the computer. The database is there. The password is Calliope.
Okay, now I can get into that with this password she's given
Not
me.
get caught. If the vase on display is the prop, we have a major issue. Same goes for the jewelry.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. I'm
All
going to
right,
connect
so now I have
just in
to
case.
verify authenticity of these artifacts or these exhibit pieces.
Bye.
All right, so go to the office and get into the database. Okay, Calliope. All right. So what it's saying is to test these test gold, unglazed pottery is needed. For pottery, blacklight is needed to test for gemstones. A spectroscope is needed. Well, I've got a spectroscope right here in my inventory. I will go to the workshop to get a shard of pottery. Blacklight I can't get yet. Okay, I should get a shard of pottery right here. And use it on this necklace.
It's a fake.
Aha, because it's black. The black mark means it's fake. Now I'll use the spectroscope here on these earrings.
Emeralds don't look like that. This is a fake.
So the black light is right here, but
Looks like I'll need some sort of wrench.
I gotta find some sort of tool to use it, which I can't get yet. I wanna call Melina, update her what I discovered.
Hi.
The earrings and necklace on display are fake. I can prove it.
It makes no difference.
What are you talking about? Of course it does.
You were wrong. You did it wrong. I should never have asked you because I knew you'd screw it up.
What?
Just like you always do.
What is wrong with you?
Just accept that you are wrong and shut your mouth about it.
Oh no, I won't.
Please.
I'm gonna call her back, find out what's going on.
Nancy,
What's up?
you're fired.
Say what?
You're fired. Pack your things and leave right now.
Why?
Because I say,
I didn't do anything wrong.
get out. Get out and go home.
She
right
sounds
now.
scared.
You're trying to make me...
So she's trying to make her run away.
You're smart enough
She's
to
not
get
firing her
out.
because she
Don't
wants
dumb
to.
enough
Maybe
to
someone
say.
threatened her. What is going on?
Hi.
Oh, don't hi me.
I get the feeling someone threatened you.
Not only me.
What do you mean?
Thanos frightens me. Why doesn't he frighten you? I have to go. You have to go.
All right, maybe I shouldn't call her back anymore. Let's see if I can call Frank and Joe.
Hi.
I asked Gregor about the list.
And?
He didn't deny what you said, but he claimed they were going to invest in a theater he was hoping to start.
Do you think that's true?
I really hope not.
Why?
If that's true, I just trampled on his biggest dream.
I hope for your sake he's crooked.
I guess I do too. I asked Melina if she was involved with the missing art.
So, what's your take?
I think she might be innocent. It sounds like she practically grew up at the museum.
That's weird.
Why?
We looked into it, and she didn't move here until she was in her teens.
Did
Indeed.
you find anything else I should know?
No, but that's worth looking into.
So, about Joe's birthday?
We've heard nothing so far, so you might be in the clear.
That's a relief.
We're keeping an eye on it. Either he's no longer with Kronos, or he's keeping quiet. Either way, stay sharp.
All right, I'll do just that.
Bye.
Huh, Thanos isn't here. Well, let me keep going back, see if I can get the award. All right, I got it. I'm gonna go up to the stage now.
Say, just a shot in the dark, but you've got an agenda here?
You could say that. You know what I do all day? Try to figure out what your ankle wings are for?
Yes.
Okay, and what else?
I study people and I study characters. Not that the difference is all that big.
I suppose this is leading to some insight you have about me.
Wow, conceited.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're toying with me, aren't you?
You and I ask the same type of questions. And yes, I am.
I like figuring people out.
I don't just like to. I need to.
As
Okay.
an actor?
And in life.
Okay.
Is it just me, or is Niobe a bit afraid of going on stage?
I wish it was just you. It isn't.
Then why be an actor?
Some people aren't easily explained. Actually, revise that. Most people aren't easily explained.
It seems like she'd be happier in the studio by herself.
I've said the same thing to her.
What did she say?
She's broke.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Xenia's not there. Well, I'll go back down. No, he's still not here.
What is it?
You're counterfeiting, aren't you?
That's a serious accusation.
And that is not a denial.
Why?
It's for me, okay?
To sell?
No, for me because I want it. For me because I could have been great.
Well, what do you mean?
I've always been a mimic. Always. And timid. Afraid of my own voice, so I hid.
That's no excuse.
You asked, you listened. There are 3 paintings hanging at the Met that I painted. And I signed the wrong name on each one.
Why would you do that?
Because I had a friend who needed my help, and I helped. I took what little style she had, and I mimicked it. And I hid behind her name and sent it out. I said it was a gift, but it wasn't. I was too afraid to stand alone. I made her, and she left me nothing.
Is that why you let your career fall apart?
I play fair if that's what's punished.
So, now you're stealing.
No, I'll never sell these. I know what I am. I'm nothing new. I'm a mimic.
That's what you call yourself, a mimic?
Do. The art world left me to drown. Let me prove myself to the masters.
I have to report this.
Leave that to me.
I can't.
Then only speak to your closest friend.
Why?
No one else.
Well, look who's finally showing up.
Speak.
You threatened Melina, didn't you?
Is this your first acting job?
Yes.
Are you nervous?
Hades is the god of death and the underworld. To me, this is not acting.
Is that supposed to be frightening?
To some, men with no imagination fear death. But those with sense can see it for what it is.
And what is that?
Waiting.
For what?
Nothing. Life is the reflection from the surface of the water. And death is the reflection from below the waves.
Are you in character? Is that what this is?
I have no character. I don't pretend. I am myself.
Is that Thanos or Hades?
Hades isn't real, quiet girl. Thanos is.
Mm-hmm.
What?
My friends hit a dead end when looking into your past.
I told you the papers were burned.
You don't seem surprised.
I've been watching you.
Meaning,
Yes, I expected you to check.
so why tell me that story if it wasn't true?
It was true. Like I said, the papers were burned. It's surprising what just goes away if you have the coin for it.
All right.
Melina is
You
upset.
threatened Melina,
Have
didn't you?
Spoken to her?
Yes.
What did you say?
Her mood is
Or at least you
contagious.
frightened her.
Keep a safe distance.
You scared her.
I did. Goodbye.
What did you say?
What did you say?
What did you say to Melina?
Exactly what she was most afraid to hear.
Which was?
Wouldn't it be funny if the jewels she's chasing ended up in her own pocket?
She wouldn't do that.
I know. I would.
I'm calling the police.
Good. I have many friends in that particular organization.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, she's wearing a different dress.
Hey, want to help me out? Sure. Great, I was counting on Thanos to be my backup on Lightboard, but he's hard to pin down.
Hard to pin down?
I don't know how he fills his hours, and I'm happy keeping it that way.
So you needed help?
Here are your notes.
All right, so now I have to work with the lights and the cues.
You got it.
The
I'll have to
Lightboard's
look at our
message.
script notes then to figure out what goes where.
Oh, your dress is amazing.
Good. I was worried. I can never tell when it's on me.
Is it your design?
This is an Niobe original. Isn't she amazing?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah, she
say.
doesn't have time to make one for you. I bet you'd be a knockout queen of the underworld.
Thanks.
We have a big problem. I called Melina to let her know I found forged art on display.
You what?
Don't worry. I'm sure she'll understand.
No, she won't. She won't understand. I need her number. I need her number. You have to give it to me.
Whoa. Calm down.
No, you don't understand. This is all I have. This job is everything I have. If I lose it, I'm dead. Do you
Senior, what has
understand
gotten
that?
into you?
Dead.
You're overreacting.
Jeepers.
No, I'm not. I'm reacting. I'm reacting to the news that I just got a big black check mark in the no column from Melina. This might look like nothing to you, but do you know how hard I fought to get it?
I think you need to take a deep breath.
Just please, please, give me the number. Give it to me. Give it to me. Let me make this right. Give it to me.
Look,
Jeez.
I'll talk to Melina first.
Just tell her to call me. She has the number. Tell her I just want to explain myself.
I will, but I think you're blowing this out of proportion.
Just do it. Do it or admit you've ruined my life.
Ease up.
Sheesh.
Take a deep breath.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. Just please, okay? Please. Please.
I will do what I can.
All right, let's work with the lights and cues.
I need to get all the light cues in.
Okay, so now I want to look at this. What you have to do is enter the light letter, the color of the arrows, and the dimmer level. So for Q1, which is light A, what it shows is these are the arrows, and the dots represent the dimmer level, and the letters the color they are. So this has to be blue with 1 dimmer level. This has to be aqua with 3 dimmer level, this arrow. And then this arrow has to be white with the 4th dimmer level. So I'll do that now. So this blue, and that level's correct. This one, white, level 4, and then aqua, level 3. And then when you're done, click Save Queue. All right. I'm just gonna quickly glimpse at these because I don't want to go back and forth to them. All right, so there's 5 of them total. Next one, B, Q2 is B, and so, yeah, the purple at level 3. Then this arrow has to be red at level 5. All right, so successfully entered. And so then next Q3 is E. Okay. This has to be red, level 4. This arrow, red, level 1. This one is yellow, level 3. And then these two are orange. That is level 2, and that one is level 3. All right. Then Q4 is D. This arrow is aqua, level 2. These two arrows are green. That's at level 3. This one at level 2. And then lastly, these two arrows are white. That's fine at level 1. This has to be level 1 too. All right, then finally, Q5 is light C. Right. Blue, level 2. White, level 5. Then this one white at level 1. And then this last arrow is purple at level 1. What the heck?
I need to reset the breaker.
All right, well, the breaker is down here in the hydraulics room. Right in here. Gregor? What's he doing with that vase? Maybe it's time I check the vases.
This isn't good.
I'm gonna go back under the stage. All right, here's the tool I need to free that black light. Okay, now I'll go through the workshop and into the museum to look at the vase. It's this one right here.
The vase Gregor moved. It's fake.
Okay. I want to talk to Gregor about this.
Hi.
Don't hi
You're
me.
swapping out the artifacts with copies. And that list, that's who you're selling to.
Nancy, up until now, you could have just left.
I can't let you steal the art.
I am not your problem now. Thanos is.
He won't find out unless you tell him.
He's watching. He's always watching. I'm sorry.
Oh, and let me show you, you can use the black light on this lantern here to get an Easter egg.
It is decided.
Huh, what's going on here?
That is out of the question.
You have forgotten who you are, the role you play.
I know exactly who I am. I am the one who creates, and I can destroy what I make. I can destroy all of it. And where does that leave you?
With every broken piece your value plummets. I've never liked you. Give that some thought.
Are you okay? No. What happened?
They can't have my work. Not now. Not with what they're planning.
Who? What are they planning?
You ate the seeds.
I wanted to keep you safe, but you did, and there's nothing I can do. They know you know. It's true. You are forging art. You're going to swap it for the real work. The real art will be gone long before the curtain drops. This is where you staged your forgeries, isn't it? You know I have bad people coming after me. You know who they listen to? Thanos. This was about survival, not money. I need you to help me. I will, and I have. I had something for you. I panicked and dropped it near the flowers on stage. Be fast! Don't get caught.
All right, then I better hurry and get whatever it is she left for me. Right here.
Stay back. Ah!
She's locked in the cage in Tartarus.
Gregor, help!
Nancy, are you okay?
Yes, get me out.
Shh. Thanos is nearby.
Well, I know the code to getting out if I was on the outside.
Then get me out of this cage.
I'm in over my head here. We both are. Niobe too.
Tell me what you need.
I have this friend. He told me to come act in a play. 10 grand in a week. Show up, do what you're told, don't ask questions. I'm not stupid enough to believe in free money. But these people are dangerous.
I need your help.
Look, I can't get caught helping you. Find your way out. When you do,
And I can.
find the boat.
So he can't be seen helping her, but he's leaving something for her.
Gregor, wait!
Don't worry, there's something inside that can get Nancy out of here. Okay, that's what this is for. That's why I have this key that Niobe gave me.
I need to free the spider
Yeah,
from the web.
so I have to free the spider by creating a path for it right here. All right, that's a clear path, and I press this lever down to drop the spider. All right, the cage is open. So go out this way to the boat. Yep, it's locked down
You
there.
must really want me stuck down here. Something tells me these VIPs aren't just season ticket
Okay,
holders.
here's his note to Nancy, because it says, and look to the Romans, take the full order from behind the ancient Greeks and put it in the staff from left to right. The M order is M-I-M-A-M-E. Well, what I have to do is, look at this. Arrange the gods correctly in the order of their Roman names, and that's what this is for. So J from left to right, J is Jupiter, M, the order is Minerva, then Mars, Diana, Mercury, Venus, and Neptune. And so those are the Roman names of the Greek gods, respectively. Zeus, Athena, Eris, Artemis, Hermes, Aphrodite, and Poseidon. So I have to create the pictures that show what the gods and the animals and items associate with them. So this is Zeus or Jupiter, the lightning bolt, and of course the eagle. Then Minerva, small thunderbolt, and owl. And then Mars, so he's wearing armor, carrying a helmet and shield, along with a spear, and Vulture. Then Diana. Bow and Arrow and the Stag. Mercury. Winged Cap and Sandals. And then he's carrying a Caduceus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Okay, that's it. Venus. Mirror and Dove, that's correct right there. And then lastly, Neptune. Okay, Trident and Horse. So then that opens up this. So I try to get back up, but unfortunately, the connection is down.
I need to get the signal back up.
So I have to try to get out of here somehow. I'm gonna go back. So this is a clue for this.
I need to find the missing.
Gotta find the missing seeds. Looks like I'm missing the red ones. Thanos. Well, I gotta lock him in the cage. 72914.
Cute trick.
You better get used to being in a cage.
No, I don't think I will. You should get used to the world underground. You'll never see the sun again.
That's pretty confident for a man trapped in a cage.
Caged like an animal, perhaps? Like a mad hound, my eyes searching wildly for the weak seams of my captivity. Blood still wet on my teeth.
Still.
You're talking morbid
How
here.
many heads did Cerberus have?
3.
3? I am but one of 3, and I will not be caged for long.
Jeez. Growling like a dangerous animal. And look, he escaped. But he left something behind. These marbles. And now I can use these marbles with this puzzle here
One of these
on the
stones
scale.
weighs more than the other.
Alright, so
I need to figure out which one.
you have to see which marble weighs more than the others. You only have 2 tries. Sort of like that mouse weight puzzle in Tomb of the Lost Queen. Okay, I will... and this always is going to change when you play the game. It's always random. So I'm going to take 3 black ones, 3 white ones. I guess they want to measure your worthiness. Okay. All right, this is heavier, so I'm going to remove these. And one that's the heaviest, you put in here. I'm going to take this off, put in here, then hit the button again. All right, so this one's heavier. I hope it's measuring my goodness, because that's what I have.
Yes.
All right, it opens the box.
This isn't good.
Oh boy.
This shows how they're sneaking the real art out during the production.
Oh my.
Xenia, did you bring me here? Yes. Thanos trapped me here.
I know. And I know you don't really believe I'll help you.
It's not too late
What?
to turn back. You're not like them.
Of course I'm not. I'm smarter. I've got Niobe under my thumb, Thanos wrapped around my finger and my heel on your throat.
What about Gregor?
Someone has to take the fall. He figured that out. But it's too late. I'm too many steps ahead. With good behavior, he'll find his cut waiting for him in 20 years. If he's smart. If not, he'll be keeping you company down here.
What do you intend to do?
Oh, she's shackled.
It's funny how no one remembers the end of Persephone's story. She came into Hades a trembling maiden, but in Hades, she became the queen of death. Me? I've always been the queen.
Now she lowered the stairs, so I have to get free and get out of here.
I bet these rings spell
All right.
something.
Yes, they do. If you need clues, just look at the blood stains to organize which letters go where. All right, so you move them. Need to spell out Hades at the top. All right, I'm free.
Time to put a stop to their production.
Okay, but before I go over there, I want to check out the thrones. Here are the seeds I need. Look here. Looks like some kind of loading dock.
They might be using that van to smuggle the art out.
Oh,
Whoa, Gregor must be pretty certain the plan's
a confession letter by Gregor. All right, but now I have to get safely across, and I have to rise the steps. Or the steps of the bridge, if that's what you want to call them. So
matching the pieces to the base
raise the stones.
The stones.
All right. Okay, I gotta figure this out. Yeah, you have to have like green under here, but you have to have them in the correct position here to rise these steps of the bridge. All right. All right, looks like I've got green in place, so I'm gonna move that. And all right, I got them all. Whew. But of course, they lock the doors, so I gotta work on this puzzle.
If I follow Gregor's clues, I should be able to figure out where to place the seeds.
All right. Tiles with one hint color mean all adjoining tiles are that color. All adjoining tiles must share a hint color. Here it's yellow in that example. Continue working around the clues and empty tiles. Completed board. Okay, and critical failure here. If you make 6 mistakes, then it's fatal and it's game over. So you don't want to make more than 6. So I'm gonna do this cautiously and carefully and not talk until I am done. Because we're almost at the end of the game, so I'm just glad for that. And if you do make a mistake putting a seed in the wrong place, then it'll turn red. All right, now I'll, guess I'll do yellow. All right, now pink. All right, then brown is last. All right, so when you have them all filled in correctly, those little dots will disappear. All right, I'm free. Well, almost.
Intermission is over.
Uh-oh.
Return to your seats.
I need to catch
Gotta
them
catch them before the show ends.
I better hurry.
All right, the connection is still down though, so I have to go here, open the box, and use the
I
router
need to fully charge the signal.
to get the signal back up. Okay, oh, it's Jovic Tech as well. All right, so I have to click on a couple of these, but you have to know exactly which ones. It's almost there.
All right.
All right, now it should be working.
Again now.
Now I should be able to get up there and put a stop to their performance. And we have liftoff.
I beg you, Hermes, bring her back to me.
Dear Demeter, it is out of my grasp.
Hey, there's Nancy from behind.
Think carefully, girl.
Hades, take her away.
Sorry, Xenia. There's been a last-minute script change.
Have you lost your mind? Let her speak, daughter.
A daring art heist will not be seen in this evening's production. Instead, a killer, mastermind, grifter, and lost artist will tell the tale of how they almost stole an entire collection of rare art.
She's lying.
That's for the audience and the police to decide.
So, this is interesting. It looks like all of them are guilty of something in some way. First time this has happened in a game. Ah, sound of police sirens.
Dear Ned, the world premiere of Persephone in Winter was surprisingly well received. Although now that most of the cast is in custody, I doubt there will be an encore performance.
Yeah, I doubt it
anytime
either.
soon. After initial investigation, authorities now believe Xenia began selling stolen art during college. You could say she was something of a prodigy, I guess. Through connections she made selling stolen art, she was eventually introduced to Kronos.
and by extension, Thanos.
Aha! So that's how they hooked up.
Xenia orchestrated the operation, and Thanos scared off anyone and everyone who would get in the way. When Melina couldn't be chased away, she was sent on a wild goose chase to track down jewelry that had never gone missing in the first place. The only hitch in their production was, well, me.
Of course.
The outcome of Xenia's trial is still unknown, but I have a strong hunch we're going to be in for a very long winter. Thanos was taken into custody along with the rest of the cast, but it appears he did actually have some friends in the local police force. He's on the network's radar, and they hope to bring him to justice soon. Gregor is currently serving time for his part in the attempted heist. With Thanos on the loose, jail may be the safest place for Gregor to be. He wrote me to say he's spending his time setting aside the many characters he's played, and for once, focusing on the man he'd like to become once he's released.
Well, that's nice.
The rumors I've heard about his plea deal are to be believed. I'd say he's off to a wonderful start. Niobe admitted her part in the heist and was sentenced to probation and work release. Although she won't admit it, Niobe firmly believes Gregor's plea deal led to her light sentence. She may have lost her place in the art world, but it seems she's finding her place in the real world. For Melina, it turned out that a foiled art heist is the best possible way to advertise a new exhibit. When the crowds came, Melina was ready, and life in ancient Greece was a resounding hit. Attendance levels are at an all-time high.
Well, that's good.
Melina couldn't be happier. After leaving Greece, I met up with Frank and Joe, and we concocted a heist of our own. I can't share all of the details, but it involves smuggling out one of Emerson's priceless Nickersons during semester break. I could tell you more, but I'd hate to ruin the surprise. Love, Nancy. P.S. I'm serious. Pack a bag, unlock your windows, and burn this letter immediately.
All right, what was the name of Alexander the Great's horse? Bucephalus. All right, there are the awards I got for the caging and using the fairy enough. Now on to the teaser for the next game, Sea of Darkness, and then the credits. I really like Sea of Darkness. I can't wait to play this one.
In Iceland's longest night, when volcanic ash blanketed the world in darkness and terror, a starving village was spared by the wreck of one lost ship. Centuries later, the ship has returned, unmanned and unmoored, flying across the crashing sea. Join me on my next adventure, Sea of Darkness.
All right, so that's it for my full walkthrough of Labyrinth of Lies. If I must say, I think the labyrinth, in the titular labyrinth in this case, is the underworld. I mean, because it is quite like a labyrinth or a maze. I mean, that is what a labyrinth is. And in the end, it becomes like, you know, like a prison for Nancy. So essentially, yes, this was a labyrinth of lies. But I think it also means like it's not just referring to the labyrinth of the underworld set down there, but it's like a labyrinth of lies within this museum of the shady criminal past of all of the characters. Well, I learned a bit more about Greek mythology from this game. I knew some from learning it in school years back, but it's not something I, you know, memorized or studied fully. But it took me a while to, you know, play this all the way to the end, because I only played it a few times before now all the way to the end. So I wanted to take enough time to memorize it well so I would do a good playthrough. So that's it for my walkthrough of Labyrinth of Lies. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed playing it. And I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, Nancy Drew Clue Crew,